Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing all right. I know it's been a long time since I've had an actual video with budgeting besides just like meal videos of what I'm eating. Um, yeah, it feels like it's been a long time. I think it's been a little over a month, I think. But I had a family member who was in the hospital for a while, and now unfortunately they're on hospice. At the same time, I had another family member who had been seeing some specialists. They couldn't help them, so they're seeing now specialists within specialists in the state that we're in. And they think they might be able to help them a little bit, but they also are having them see a specialist also out of state on top of that as well. And then myself, I hadn't, well, for a while there, I was really, really tired. It didn't matter how much sleep I got, I was like exhausted. That seems to be getting better, which is good. Then that way I don't have to see my own, specialists on regards to that. Um, so it's just been a lot. Um, I went way over my budgets on food last month, and with spending, I actually didn't even keep track. I was doing all right until I heard about the hospice thing, and then the other person at the same time. So, yeah, it's just been a lot. But so for our first paycheck in May, I actually had 4 hours of overtime um, for the end of April. So it was $1,158. Then I take away $225 for half of the property taxes, leaving me with $933. The car insurance was $87. Bank of America, it was $546 for the minimum. Went ahead and did $600. Then the internet is $126. Hopefully in the next month or two I can switch carriers there. I know I had said that, I think, the last video, but now I just need to finish some stuff on my end. Just 126, leaving me with 120. House insurance is 120 a month. So I found out that I'm now going to have a monthly payment besides just my income. It doesn't have to do with YouTube. Um, and it's going to be that amount or more. So it will cover the house insurance. So I don't necessarily have to save for the house insurance, but I'm going to try to, if I can, um, every month. Now, that hasn't been like set up and everything, but I'm not going to count for the 120 for this paycheck. And since I do it as a yearly bill, it doesn't technically have like a due date, but I usually have it go out the first paycheck of the month because it makes it easier. But I'm not going to do that this month. So for heat, that was $57. Now for the electric bill, I did go on the budget billing, and I did that because I wanted to do that before, number one, they go from the winter rates to the summer rates, because if I do the budget billing, they'll include the winter months then, versus if I wait until the summer and do it, then they'll include more of the summer months. So I knew it'd be, lower. So it's $53. Now the bill this month is $38.71. Obviously, since the weather has improved, it's not as cold, I'm not using the heat as much, so it's using less electricity, and we're still in the winter rates. Which is fine that I'm paying 53, because then once they hit with the summer rates, that bill is no longer going to be $38, and I'll have at least a little bit of a credit to go towards the balance. And then hopefully they won't have to increase that monthly amount of the $53 until like the fall or so. Now, one reason why I didn't go to, at least I got off of budget billing for the heat, was because the heat that we have, it is, uh, it's not propane, it's, natural gas. And one winter, it increased like 3 or 4 different times. Now, usually with the electric, I think it's like every 6 months or so, or every year, they recalculate the monthly amount unless the bill goes uh, really, increases. But problem with doing with the heat was sometimes it wasn't necessarily how much I was using, it was the cost of the natural gas, of it the cost of it increasing so much. So then they were constantly increasing that amount. And at one point, I was like, it's basically the same amount of what I would pay anyway, so, or less. So I went off of it. Now, maybe in the fall, I might go back on to the budget billing for the heat, just because, at least in this past winter, some of the bills, one of them, the difference was $40, and that was just the cost of the increase of the natural gas. It wasn't even really of myself using more gas. Anyways, if all that makes sense. I kind of rambled there. So then I have $53 for the electric and leaving me with $10 as a buffer. Now, obviously, I have gotten my second paycheck for the month of May. I'll probably make that video either later today or maybe over the weekend. Now, this month is 3 paychecks. So I always forget the last paycheck then it won't include some of the medical stuff that they usually take out. So it will be a little bit more than just the 80 hours, which will be good. For the foreseeable future, there's not going to be any overtime. There was some talk about how there might be like another contract with the people in my department, and then that might bring in more calls, but that has either gotten really delayed or maybe isn't happening anymore. We're not sure. So, and this is our off season anyway, so, but still, um, would like that there would be at least some overtime. But at least it's not like last year where they're asking people not even to do 80 hours. So at least that's, better. But yeah, and I haven't checked to see, I guess I need to go back and check to see how much money I spent as far as getting a lot of DoorDash and buying stuff last month. But yeah. So, hope everyone's doing well. Take care and stay safe, everyone.